Welcome in, everybody. Happy New Year. We are back. It is Between the Uprights. Happy New Year 2026. Our first show of 2026. We took 2 weeks off. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Two
we
weeks
did.
off.
Yeah.
We should have just taken 1 week off with all the madness that's going on in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
It
The
was hard not to
madness.
call you guys like, yo, you sure about this?
I
Well,
know.
I was
Yeah.
drunk on New Year's Eve, so it would have been an interesting show.
That would have been a fun show.
Would've been
Nikki's
fun.
going, Happy New Year. Hey, you guys.
You were having a good time. I was here watching Miami Hurricanes and freaking Stranger Things.
Yeah, I was watching Stranger Things, the series finale, too. So,
After this, we'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
I have never watched Stranger Things.
Oh my
I
god.
think he's like an old lady that just says no
No.
to fun. She's just like, no fun.
Yes.
I want to be miserable.
No
No
way.
fun for me. No
Yes.
It's good. It's a good
It's
little
just
show.
it's what happens when you're from up here, you know?
fun. Okay. I got
They
you.
just suck it out of you. They
They
just
suck the life out of you up here.
Suck the joy. Speaking of no fun, Black Monday madness. As we all know, Black Monday happened a couple days ago, and some shocker head coaching firings, some not so shocking head coaching firings, but all around it was business as usual for the NFL, where coaches and GMs did lose their jobs on Monday after the regular season of the NFL did wrap. So let's get right into it. The firing jobs. The Arizona Cardinals did let go their head coach. Jonathan Gannon was let go by the team. A shocker, Atlanta Falcons cleaning house, Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot, which I think he should have went maybe a season ago. But Raheem Morris getting the axe in Atlanta. One of the biggest shockers was on Monday night, where John Harbaugh of the Baltimore Ravens was fired by the team after the Sunday night loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers after the kick that went right. We'll get into that in just a second. We do have a few more other coaches, notable head coaches that were let go. Pete Carroll was one and done in Las Vegas, which I think we kind of knew that was going to happen anyways. Kevin Stefanski let go from the Browns, and and also the Brian Callahan from the Tennessee Titans. Notable coaches that were let go on Black Monday. So there's some jobs that are available now in the NFL, some that are attractive, some that are not. But I wanted to get into your guys' thoughts about the firings that happened on Monday, which kind of, I think let's just go right to the John Harbaugh thing. What are the Ravens just, this was a shocker to everybody. I think the world stood still when this happened, when the news came down where they were letting him go. Were you guys shocked about this as I was, or were you kind of like, you know what, it's been 18 years, maybe it's time for them to move on to other pastures and get somebody young and fresh in here, or go to a different direction? What was your guys' thoughts about him being canned on Black Monday?
I don't know about you guys, but I was shocked. I would have let Lamar go before him.
Yeah.
I would have thought they would have maybe made a change. And I know there's some stuff going around that one of the things that kind of made this happen was he didn't want to move on from Todd Monken, the head coach, the offensive coordinator. I'm sorry, he didn't want to move on from him, and that was one of the things they kind of disagreed upon and said ultimately, okay, we're going to just let you go. I would have let the OC go and the DC go first before you're going to let your coach of 18 years say bye-bye. So that's just my thoughts. Raul, what did you think?
Yeah, I was shocked too, man. So my thing, it's like a double-edged sword, man, right? So I agree with you, Nikki. I think Lamar should have had a heavy evaluation before we just say it's John Harbaugh's fault.
Yep.
I definitely would have looked at it because, and I know it's a hard take, and I know people hate when I say this. I like Lamar Jackson. I think he's a phenomenal athletic quarterback. I think he's great. I think he's electrifying. But the point of it is, when you ever look at a turnover and your quarterback slams his helmet down or has that bad body language, that echoes to the whole team. I mean, if you're letting him get away with that, you know what I'm saying, then that's an issue for the whole team. That's what sets the standard. The OC thing, I didn't think the offense was underproducing.
You didn't think for them not to use Derrick Henry to his fullest potential was not an issue?
So this is my thing, right? Coming into Baltimore, you have to – how long has Derrick Henry been in the league? How many hits does he take? That engine is showing signs of fatigue to me. Now, do I think you should have did a better load management throughout a game? Sure. And if it's a playoff game or a game to get into playoffs, yeah, I can sit with you guys saying, doesn't matter. You run him till his tongue is hanging out of his mouth. I get it. I understand that. But the issue for me, throughout the whole season, if we're looking at the entire body of work, I felt like that DC should have been let go immediately. that was not the defense that I recognized throughout the 18 years that had Baltimore looking like Baltimore. That it didn't look aggressive. It looked lost at times. It looked underprepared. It didn't look like they. It looked like they just say, you know what, we're not watching film the whole week. Let's just play them and see what happens.
I was thinking about this today when I was walking my dog, and yes, when I was pondering things about head coaching moves.
Awesome.
Since they're going to bring in somebody new, you might not see Lamar Jackson in a Ravens jersey maybe in the next couple of years.
And again, when we talked about earlier this year, I said, how long do you want to die with that sword?
Yeah.
How long do you want to go with this? And I don't think Lamar Jackson is a bad quarterback, but if the coach can't play the game, right? So Lamar's like, oh, there's no more I can do. I mean, I'm getting to the winning field goal and this, that. Yeah, but that winning field goal didn't dictate the 4 incompletes that you did in critical third down situations. Like, we're not talking about the same thing. We just don't want Lamar to go, so he's a high-paying quarterback. So nobody wants to blame the quarterback, because the quarterback will always win over a coach. It's always going to happen that way. So to make him happy, we got to get rid of Harbaugh, which
apparently there was some.
Harbaugh had a bad relationship.
Apparently there was some tension between those two. I guess there's been rumors that Harbaugh had been losing the locker room, and him and Lamar were getting along, which is kind of a surprising thing too, because they've had such a great relationship in that team too as well. Nikki, let's get into it. So do you think John Harbaugh is going to take a job? I know you up there in the New York Giants fandom have been kind of saying, hey, he likes Jackson Dart. It's an attractive job. Raul, you said before the show you wouldn't have to move that far to go to New York.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to take a job, or he might take a break, go into broadcasting for a year, then maybe kind of wait for another job to be available? Nikki, I'm going to go with you. No,
I think he's gonna take a job. I mean, this guy can name his terms right now.
That's right. He can get a job within 30 seconds. That's
for
right.
sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, he can name his terms, and I think, supposedly he will interview with the Giants next week. I think you lock him in that room and you throw the Brinks truck at him and you do what you got to do to lock him down. Like, you cannot fumble this. But I feel like the Giants will, so I'm not getting my hopes up.
So I wanted to ask you that's a good thing that you brought up. They might fumble this whole thing, because there was a rumor that was confirmed that the Bucs did check in on John Harbaugh. The Dolphins as well have checked in on John Harbaugh. The biggest thing that I think from what I heard about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers job was that John Harbaugh wanted to bring his own GM down to Tampa, and they said no, they're sticking with Jason Light. Fortunately, we are sticking with Todd Bowles for another year. We'll get into that a little bit later too as well. Do you think if Harbaugh takes the job with the Giants, is Joe Shane and him going to be able to collaborate on a coach GM level? Because we're all shocked that Joe Shane is still having a job too as well. So do you think that relationship, it could be good as well? Or do you think Harbaugh has enough power to go, look, if you want me as your head coach, he's got to go, and I'm going to bring in somebody that I want in as my GM?
So I think it's two separate things. I think Harbaugh does have that power to say, this is what I want, right? And I think the right team would give it to him. Today was a very busy day. There were a lot of birdies chirping today, and I couldn't get off the phone between NFL and college football. Maybe we have time to get into that. But anyway, so my understanding is that he does not have, or there will not be potential issues with him working with Joe Shane. Also, Joe Shane is conducting the interviews, but he does not have final say. John Maris and Tisch will make the final say. They will ultimately pull the trigger on who is going to be the head coach. And that's not surprising. That's just how this organization rolls. But also, read between the tea leaves. I mean, Joe Shane had no say in firing Brian Dable. John Maris' health is, he's dealing with cancer treatments. And so, they didn't extend Joe, but it was kind of like, I guess you're here for this year. We don't want to find a GM, a head coach, an offensive coordinator, a DC. Like, that's a lot. So they wanted some continuity. They kept him. So he's supposedly taking Kevin Stefanski to dinner. And so, we'll see, but he'll conduct the interviews, but he does not have final say at all whatsoever on who the next head coach is.
Okay. All right. Which brings me into our next segment. Which head coaching job is the most attractive? So we've got the Giants. We've got the Browns. We've got the Ravens now. We've got the Titans. We've got the Cardinals. We've got the Raiders. which one of those head coaching positions do you think is going to be the most attractive for an incoming head coach?
I think the most attractive one is the Giants. I honestly think, I mean, don't get me wrong, those teams, have their whatever players, but the most exciting one for me is New York. And Nikki, I'm a Miami Dolphin fan, but I am hoping you land John Harbaugh. No, I'm being serious because so many things come with him. Even if he brings a GM, I completely think they should fire the other guy or give him head of football operations title and just move him out the way. But Harbaugh brings one, he's been in a tough division for 18 years. 18 years. So living up to big games like playing the Cowboys and having to play the Eagles, that's not going to be an issue for him. He's been in an AFC division that has been tough every year for him. So he has experience on how to win a division. You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring a different aspect of, hitting, practicing, structure to the Giants. I think the Giants is the most exciting one for any coach. And I really think I hope Harbaugh lands it. I don't see Miami doing that. Now, we don't have a GM, so that's news to me that he wants to bring a GM. That does change that. I didn't think we have a shot in hell at all because of that. But if there's an open GM spot, God, I hope you guys move your guys out the way. If you want to, like you said, lock him in the room and say, hey, this guy's not the GM.
Yeah, get it done.
Whatever you want.
Well, apparently he really likes Dart, and I feel like that's important.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't like Dart? That's crazy that the Giant fans didn't like Dart for that little short period of time.
They didn't like him for a couple weeks. They wanted Mendoza.
For sure.
I also forgot about the Falcons, too. The Falcons is also another head coaching position.
What do you guys think about that? Because I have on my list here to ask you guys where I feel like the Giants are attractive. I feel like Baltimore in its own right is an attractive spot. I feel like the Raiders are tough, but I guess the right guy in Las Vegas could do it. But I kind of question, I want to hear from you guys really. And the NFC South in general. I don't know why any of those teams are hosting a playoff game, but how attractive is Atlanta? It's like
I think it's one of the most attractive jobs out there right now. And I'll start from the top. Look, you have a division which is probably one of the worst in the NFL right now. It's not the toughest at all. So we got the division champion going into the playoffs is 8-9 for God's sakes. So that's how tough that division is. For two, Arthur Blank likes to throw money at whoever to bring them in as well. I think if they look, I know Harbaugh's been kind of floated to that job too. If he's able to come in and bring his own GM because they don't have a GM now either, he could come in, bring his own GM, and then set up shop there too as well. Look, Atlanta's got a up and coming defense, a lot of young guys on the defense. They've really turned it around in the past couple of years, and they definitely showed that this year too as well. And the offense, look, if you keep Kirk Cousins around, obviously I think you do have a quarterback conundrum right now because are you going to go back to sticking with Michael Penix, or are you going to stick around with Kirk Cousins because Arthur Blank has paid him a ton of money to be there? Now that's something for the new incoming head coach to figure out is okay. Or are they going to go back in the draft and maybe draft another quarterback or go into free agency as well, bring somebody else in too as well? But I think with that division, and they've got a ton of talent too on that offense too. You got Drake London, you got Bijan Robinson, you got Kyle Pitts. Like they can definitely, with the right guy in there, they could definitely turn that team around with the right coach. I think the other team too that is somewhat attractive, it is the Ravens. Obviously, I think there's a lot of more things going on in that team than just having the head coach fired too as well. Because look, Todd Monken's still there, the OC and the DC are still there. Head coach isn't there, so. But I think Atlanta is second to New York as the most attractive jobs. I think the least attractive of all of them, the Raiders. Raiders don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just in a pit of hell. If Mark Davis doesn't know how to run a team, he's the worst owner in the world. He just keeps firing coaches left and right. Look, even with Tom Brady's help in there, they're still clueless about what to do. So the Raiders' job to me is the least attractive and the Cleveland Browns. But I think Atlanta and New York, you put them at the top two as the most attractive.
So I kind of disagree. And that's what I say. I disagree because one, the Baltimore Ravens is not as attractive as you think. Okay. Yeah, she dresses up pretty.
I didn't say it was the most attractive. I said it was somewhat attractive.
I think it's a disaster waiting to happen. I'll tell you why, because you got to go walk into a situation where now your star quarterback just went through years with this other coach, and now he's going to come listen to you.
Yep.
We're going in the era of we're going to do it the Lamar's way. We're going to find out if Lamar way is the way that works. And that's what I think. So I think the Raiders' job is a good job, and I'll say this because you can't do any worse. You know what I'm saying? You walk in there and you win 5 games, you got your job for the next 3 years because you won those games. He did such a bad job that if I change something about this or we at least look competitive, I could probably get 2 to 3 years in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Falcons.
Mark Davis has to let Tom Brady and Spytech do their jobs.
Sure.
They have to let them do their due diligence about bringing in the right guy to come in there and be the coach for that team. Mark Davis has got to be hands off from now on. Like, Tom Brady should be the guy that runs the show.
Why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he be? Yeah.
Like, what a waste. You have Tom Brady there.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, but you're right. The bar is so low in Vegas that it's like, you know, so I own a marketing company, I go in these consultations and it's like, I do the bare minimum and I look amazing to all these shitty other companies. Right. So it's like, you could just go to 500. Like I was saying this about the Ravens fans too. They're like, we only won 3 playoff games. I'm like, do you understand in New York? Like we just want guys to show up to meetings on time. Like we just
and not sleep.
Not sleep. We'd love to just be at 500. I'd love to not have the season over by September. You know what I mean? Like the bar is really low. And I kind of agree with you. I just had this conversation with my brother before we hopped on. And I said, not a good situation. I do think if you just kind of look at Baltimore as a whole, yes, it could be attractive. But if you dig a little deeper, not a good situation when the quarterback is calling the shots.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, we've been through this. We've seen this already. The last one I was going to tell you was, right. The last one I was going to tell you was Atlanta. I agree with you. They're young and up and coming. They look great. I think there's a quarterback issue there. And not to say Harbaugh can't do it, but you have to figure out how to fix Penix, but try to win games with Cousins, or you just pay these 2 guys that much money. Who's going to be the starter? And if you do, that's it. That's the guy. You have to go with him. You can't do this.
Well, with Penix, he's still on his rookie contract, so they don't have to worry about that. It's just the $100 and so million that you guaranteed to Kirk. So if I was Harbaugh and coming into Atlanta, I'd stick with Kirk for as long as you can. Mm-hmm. And then come in as an NFC South guy. Like Penix is he's such an injury prone quarterback. And Atlanta knew that going into the draft. Like you're drafting a guy that has multiple injuries and you're still drafting him high anyways. And he got hurt throughout the season too as well. If I'm the next guy coming in the coach's team, I'm sticking with Kirk for right now and see how, look, they won 5 in a row. They spoiled pretty much everything for the Bucs and everything else in the NFC South. So winning 5 in a row with, I think Kirk kind of finally locked into that offense and they look pretty good. I say going into next year, you roll with Kirk for as long as you can. And then, hey, maybe go and draft another quarterback that's not so injury prone and have him sit behind Kirk Cousins for maybe a year or 2 until that contract is out.
Sure. Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, I guess you're saying really that the Atlanta job, part of it being attractive is it's your division to lose. I mean, really, you know, it's one of those divisions that's kind of always wide open. Like, look how you got to your division champ this year, right? Like,
I also too, like, I think the NFC South is kind of in a turnaround mode too, because the Panthers got better.
Yeah.
Saints looked kind of better too as well at the end of the season. With the Bucs, you know, I think what they can do in the offseason by, you know, plugging in the holes and making the defense better. And if Todd Bowles is doing what the Glazers told him to by, hey, hiring a DC other than yourself, firing Josh Grizzard and bringing in another OC that could, you know, mold and help Baker go back to the way he was, that whole division could be super competitive next year. So I think, you know, with the jobs in line, I would say Giants first, Falcons second with those 2.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go straight into the playoffs because I think that's what everybody wants to talk about. But first, we're going to go to Bet It On Blonde. We're going straight into it, Nikki. What do we got for this week for props?
I feel like in school when they call on you and you're not ready.
I know.
Yet. Let me just scroll. There we go. Okay. So I like Kieran Williams anytime touchdown. I like Caleb Williams for over 21.5 rushing yards. I like Aaron Rodgers under 210.5 passing yards, and I'm going to go Saquon Barkley under the 83.5 rushing yards. He averages 71. He's only gone over 4 times this year. So,
okay.
That's what I got for bet. Oh, did you guys see this one? I have a question. Did you see this bet this guy did? I got to ask you if you would bet it.
Okay. What's the bet?
What's the bet?
What's the bet? Okay.
All starting quarterbacks this weekend to record 2+ touchdown passes each.
All quarterbacks this weekend, Saturday and Sunday,
and
Monday.
And Monday.
I would not take it.
Shit.
I
No?
wouldn't take
Okay.
it. The only team I wouldn't
Who's
take it
holding you
on,
up on? Yeah.
Philly.
Texas. Oh, I was gonna say Texas.
Oh,
Philly. Because they don't know what they're doing on offense right now.
Wow. Yeah, 2 passing touchdowns from Hurts. You're right.
Yeah. And maybe Houston as well. Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
defense is
Why
just,
would you? Oh, I had a nice little parlay going on for this past weekend with it was Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud. Who else was it? It was a 5 parlay, quarterbacks throwing 2 touchdowns. I had all but CJ Stroud because they pulled him.
yeah.
They pulled
Oh,
him.
Damn.
Why would you pull him?
Damn.
yeah.
So yeah, I could have won some money on that. And
Son
like
of
I
a
hit
bitch.
everyone on the parlay except for CJ Stroud. So it's a nice little parlay. I mean, going into it, I would say I would do a different one. I would take Philly out of that equation.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Panthers, you think they could do that too?
Yeah, I think that could. I think Bryce Young can throw 2 tutties against the Rams defense, which is
There's
kind
really
of
just 1 or 2 teams that would hold you guys back from betting that.
yeah, just Philly. Philly.
Philly's a
Philly.
good one though.
Yeah, I would say take Philly out.
Yeah.
It's a good bet.
Well,
though.
some guy bet it, and so
I'm
we're
going to do that.
see what
God
happens.
bless him.
I'll
God
do
bless
it.
him.
Hell,
Jesus.
well, how much did he put?
Wow.
How much did he pull down? How many did he put down?
I don't remember. I have to go back and look, but everybody was commenting like, "Dude, really?" And yeah, so I figured I'd bring it up tonight and say, "Would you guys do that?"
You know
It's
what?
a
I will.
bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out.
I will. I will ride with that guy, and I will do that bet.
Are you?
I will do it. Yeah.
Oh
Really?
boy. Well,
I'll do
we need you to go live like on Monday or Tuesday morning and let us know how
Yeah,
it went.
just record yourself and then play it on Wednesday so we can see this.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, so we could see it.
I'll
See
do
the
it.
reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
All right,
great.
let's get into good week, bad week. I know there's one bad week in mind, but let's get into it. Good week. All right, who do we got for good week, bad week, and the ending of the NFL season for 2025? Who do we got for bad week? Good week, bad week. Let's go with, should we go bad week first? I think we all know who's the bad week.
I think we probably all have the same bad week, right?
Yeah, the kicker from the Ravens.
Loop,
Yeah.
poor Loop.
I
Dude,
feel
it's
bad for the kid
crazy
too,
because
man.
Harbaugh would have a job if he made it. Like,
Is it really his fault that Harbaugh got fired though? Is that or is that
I
just like
think
the
it was just the
structure of the
final like.
If Ravens
Yeah.
win, Harbaugh he's not fired.
Well, they're in the playoffs too. So
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's not fired. He saved his job for another season at least.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I mean,
okay.
you know what I do wonder? I do wonder if Ravens make it, do you fire Tomlin?
I
Yeah.
joked. I said,
You see what I'm
whoever
saying? Like-
loses that game, I said,
Yeah.
let's do a bet. Loser goes to New York. And if this
Yeah.
comes, this is, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, no, I said the same thing to my buddy when we were watching. I was like, loser of this game gets a New York job. And he was like, what? You're crazy. I was like, nah, man, because if Harbaugh wins, they're going to call for Tomlin's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who had a good week for the last week of the NFL season, week 18?
Who did have a good week? I hate week 18, honestly.
Yeah, it's hard to give anybody anything on week 18 because nobody's really giving a damn. You know what I mean?
Oh, except
Well-
the Giants. They really turned the season on week 17 and 18. I mean, Dart threw 3 touchdowns. We're running the ball. I mean, so they had a great
We look
week.
like a team.
We look like a team.
I will say this: Miles Garrett had a pretty good week for week 18.
Yeah, he did. He
Miles
beat
Garrett.
yeah, I know. I feel some type of way about that, but yes, he did. He had a great.
What way do you? Why do you feel so bad?
No,
about
I
it?
want to Strahan to keep that record forever and ever and ever.
Okay,
Well,
okay, I got you.
that's not going to happen. So.
I know
Yeah.
it's not. It took 20 years, but
All right, let's get into our playoff previews and predictions. That's why we saved a little bit of time on the show so we can go through the matchups. Our first matchups on the Saturday bracket is the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears on Amazon Prime. Actually, let's flip that around. Our first matchup is the Rams versus Carolina Panthers on Fox at 4:30 on Saturday.
You forgot about it. No one cares.
Yeah. Who do we got? The Rams did beat the Panthers did beat the Rams in the regular season as an upset. So now they're playing each other in the wild card round. Who do we got for this game?
Yeah, I think this is. I know people don't bet on it, but I think the Rams are in trouble.
Really?
What?
I don't see consistency there. I don't see consistency over there. I don't see it. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but I don't see consistency.
I'm giving you like the solo box, buddy. You got to go into this.
I mean, you gotta explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
In the earlier part of the season, the Rams look really, really explosive. Like they look like they could handle business. Does that make sense? You came into a game, you're confident with it, but the last, I want to say 3 to 4 weeks, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're winning games. It's like something doesn't click there for me.
I don't know. Vegas has them as a 10.5 point underdog, or a 10.5 point favorite. I'm sorry.
I know, and I think they're just doing that based off of it's the Rams and it's Stafford. Like I don't know, man. I hope they blow them off the water. I hope it's a blowout. I really do. I hate blowouts, but I hope they blow. But something doesn't look not defensively. I can't say defensively. I think it's more offensively. Something doesn't look like let's get going.
Is it because Stafford had that bad game where he threw like 3 picks? Is that why? This is playoff Stafford.
Yeah, and Stafford's gunslinger
season.
Yeah, and I know. I just look at it. I'm like, something doesn't feel kosher about that game. It feels like a trap game.
What a trap game?
I don't know. It just feels that way to me. I watched the Rams last week.
Panthers.
I know.
Is that a clip of the week for you saying this is a trap game for the Rams?
It should be easy. It should be an easy win. I think it should be an easy win. It should be. That's what it should be, right? That's what we're saying.
Yes, it should be. I mean, they're favored by 10.5.
13. I mean, am I on crack? Like, I don't
know. I don't know.
You're not on crack because I think, okay, so look, I'm not going to give a score prediction. I think it's going to be closer than what everybody thinks it's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not going to be like total. It's not going to be like the Panthers are going to keep it competitive, though.
Yeah, but you don't think the Rams are going to just start pulling away from that? You know what I mean? It might be close at first, but you don't think the Rams are just going to?
I hope so. The last 3 weeks, what I've seen, like for instance, I've seen miscues from Stafford to the receivers, and it's too late in the season to have that. Like if you're talking week 1, 2, 3, even I'll take it off to week 7. Like if you're miscuing because you're always installing new plays, whatever the case is, I understand that, but I'm seeing miscues. Does that make sense? I see him rushed a couple times. I see the old line not like I don't know when you watch the game, just don't watch the play. No, just when you watch the play, watch a little bit of the reactions of the body language of the team. You're like,
I think this. Look up there. So are you taking the Panthers in this one then?
I think I'm going to take the Panthers.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
You better bet that. You put your money where your mouth is.
Okay, and I'll screenshot.
Our season pick'ems are over. Like we don't have to take the wild card.
You have to do this. No one's.
There's a reason why it's wild card, man.
Okay.
I'm telling you, something. It looks okay.
Look, they've got Rams have Devontae Adams coming back. Like
they got Puka. Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of weapons, right?
Sure.
Sean McVay is a hell of a coach. Like
sure.
Stafford means nothing to you?
It means all the world to me. But even Devontae coming back off of what was the injury?
I think it was a hamstring injury or a calf.
That's not easy. And
they did fine without him, though. They did fine without him.
Right, but now that he's in the game, right, you have to get him what? Catches and touches, and you have to force that ball to somebody.
You don't have to give him shit.
Okay, we're gonna see. I think it's a trap game, man.
Okay.
What? Okay, but what? You don't have to give a score prediction, but how? Yeah. I mean, how?
I'll give you a score prediction.
Okay, what do you think it is?
27-24.
Okay.
I think
Panthers.
I think Panthers win. I think Rams cough up the ball more than they can. I think they get it more on penalties.
What? So you think they're coughing it up and the Panthers are creating turnovers?
No, I don't think they're creating anything. I think when he throws to a receiver and it's one of those tip footballs into a DB type situation.
So you think they're just gonna have like a messy, sloppy type game?
I think they're gonna have a messy, sloppy game. I think they're gonna go into this game going, we're gonna kick the shit out of the Panthers, and Panthers have nothing to lose. There is no tomorrow. There is no practice on Monday. If we have got to come out there. The Rams. What's the pressure they have? Everybody has them winning 10.
Well, they don't have tomorrow either. None of these teams.
Sure, season 0-0, but I mean, they don't we're not. There's no pressure for those guys though. They're gonna just like you guys said. Oh, they're coming in. They're gonna kick the shit out of them. They're 10-point favorites. You sure? They know that too. They're grown men. They see it. But
okay.
I don't know.
Well, it's truly wild card weekend here.
Wild card weekend. That's
all right. Well, then Nikki and I we're both going Rams. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Nikki, okay, you're not doing a wild and crazy thing like Raul is. Okay.
Yeah. No. I'm not drunk anymore.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the second matchup for Saturday. It's the rivalry game, the Bears versus the Packers. They did play each other, I think, a couple weeks ago, or this past week 18. Who do we got for the Bears-Packers game?
Well, I'm
one's a
going
tough
to
one.
take the Bears on this one. I'm going to take the Bears on this one because it's in Chicago, right? That helps. The health of Green Bay is what's concerning me. And I think this is going to be one of those games. Caleb Williams, just one last minute play, kick a field goal, and they win. I think that's what this game's come down to.
Okay, Raul.
I like Bears too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see what I've been on this on this kick since
We both have.
preseason. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We've had it. I think Caleb has earned that right as being the next future, big talk quarterback. I think it's gonna be a good game.
I'm going Bears as well. If the Packers had Micah Parsons there on their defense, I think this would have been a different story.
Yeah. Good call.
But I think with the Bears, it all relies on, the play of Caleb Williams. If he gets in there and if he's all like excited and jittery because he's in his first playoff game as the Bears quarterback, then he's just going to be coughing it up all day. But look, Bears have shocked a lot of people. You and myself and you and Raul, we said they went over on their win total, and which they did. So I'm going Bears. I think it's the Bears' time to shock a lot of people in the playoffs.
Sure, man, and it's gonna be exciting to see a Bears football team that's competitive in the playoffs again.
Yeah,
and against a good rival.
This
rival when they're heated and they're both good, it's good for the league.
And it's playoff football in Chicago. So what's better than playoff football in Chicago?
It's like 2 degrees, right?
Yeah,
so.
Exactly.
All right, let's go into the matchup for Sunday. Is we got the Bills versus the Jags. This is a very intriguing matchup.
It is. Uh-oh. Who you got?
No, I mean this is one of the tougher ones. I have to tell you. So I did a guest spot on Monday night, and I had a pick. And then I have to do my predictions for RNJ, and I did my videos. And so that was last night, and I picked different. And now tonight, I have like 3 different. I don't know. I have flip-flops like each time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think ultimately Buffalo, but I'm not very confident in that pick.
Wow. Yeah. I don't disagree with you at all. I think Bills is on paper the better team. I think they're the better team.
I think our fearless leader thinks we're crazy.
I think they're the better team. The Jags have been on fire.
I know.
They have.
I know.
I don't know what it is. It's like, you ever watch the movie Major League when they had the pool?
No, because I don't like fun. So
I'm sorry. They had the billboard up. It's something that sparked them, man. It's something that's in the Jacksonville, and I don't know. The Bills should run away with it, like they should, and Josh Allen should have a massive game. But I don't know them Jags, man. Shit, I don't know.
I disagree with that 100%. I think the Jags are the better team. The Bills are the worse team in this matchup. Just because of Josh Allen is just Josh Allen, James Cook. He's got nobody else. That's it.
Which we've said. Haven't we said this?
And with the way the Jags have been playing, and that defense is now one of the top defenses in the league right now, it's going to be tough for Josh Allen to be Josh Allen with them coming at him too. And I think with how locked in Trevor Lawrence is, with all the weapons that he has too as well. Look, it pains me to say Liam Cohen he's definitely up for Coach of the Year. Yeah, because we could have had him as our head coach down here in Tampa Bay. I think the Jags are going to beat the Bills, man. As much as I want to say Josh Allen is going to he's got the pregnancy power because his wife is carrying his baby boy. Yeah. But I just think the Jags are just a better team. The window has closed on the Bills to go to the Super Bowl and win it. Even with Burrow's out and Mahomes not in the playoffs this year, the window has closed for them.
I think the referee wins games for Buffalo, and that's.
You think so?
Oh man, that's what I'm hoping Jacksonville wins, but it's like the Bills for some reason, it's like they've taken over that crown, and they're just like, you get these weird damn penalties, and you're like, how the fuck is that even a call?
Yeah,
and they give it to the Bills every time.
I think it's, even though I hate, I don't want to hear Duval anymore.
Very annoying. It's very
I think the Jags are the better team, and the Bills are going to lose.
I think the Bills really need to me personally, that roster is just old and stale and tired.
Yeah.
I agree. And think too, Nikki, I think if they lose this game against the Jags, this will be the end of Sean McDermott as their head coach.
Yes.
There might be another head coaching vacancy too, which will
I
be
believe
Buffalo.
that. I think they would let him go because how long, like we had said, but also, I mean, it's been years of this, and I just think it's stale, tired. You don't have a defense, and you cannot have Josh Allen do everything. They have an over reliance on him. It's going to bite them. It's going to bite them in the ass. If it's not this week, it's going to be next week. They're just not equipped to go any further. So
I agree.
That's a good point too. If he gets, you're right. He gets fired. Yeah. Because
So
they keep
it's-
being AFC championships, and now you regress because you lost in wild card.
It's what have you done for me lately?
If it's Super Bowl or bust in Baltimore, how come it's not that in Buffalo?
I agree.
Totally agree.
Yep.
All right. Let's go into the next matchup. And I got to edit this real quick because I put the wrong team. There we go. No.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry.
It's like our first rodeo. No,
We got the 49ers against the Eagles.
Yeah.
49ers all day.
All day.
Fuck the Eagles.
49ers.
No, I'm going Philly. You guys got it wrong. No.
And I was a wild one, huh?
Okay, well, all right, here we go. So the Eagles have had a good defense since I was covering training camp. Okay, like they've had a good defense. They've had a good defense all season. I think they are just going to suffocate the Niners, and they have worked out their offensive kinks, I think, enough to be able to win at home. I don't think the Niners, they'll put up a good fight, but it's very tough to go into Philly and play. I just don't know that there's enough there on offense. There's enough firepower. I know Nick Sirianni is going to have that team like rabid dogs ready to play. That fan base is going to be fired up. I think I have to go cover Fan Fest tomorrow, put on my professional hat and ride this fucking Eagles bus. But anyway, we can't lose that element. I'm not saying their offense is great, but I think we see like this like vintage Saquon Barkley. I think, it's going to be a little too much for the Niners.
I'm going 49ers now. I'll put my hate aside for the Eagles just for the evaluation of the Niners. Now, I know week 18 was kind of a flop because they only put up 3 points against Seattle,
Seattle.
Seattle's just, for me, Seattle came out of nowhere to be the number one seed in the NFC.
Yeah.
But I think with the amount of points that the Niners have scored before week 18, I think they're averaging 35 points a game. I mean, you can put that up against Philly. I think with all the weapons that Purdy has, you can put that up. But I think this game is going to be one on the ground game. It's going to be McCaffrey versus Saquon.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with you. I think it's that's why I said we're going to see a vintage like Saquon type of performance. I agree with you there. I think you guys might be slightly underestimating that Philly defense at home. That's all. Okay. And maybe it's being there and just kind of being around it sometimes. Yeah.
Definitely.
Listen, I'm not trying to be hit my hatred toward the Eagles. I just hate the Eagles. So
I don't like them either. I do a job, and then I just I try not to. Try to be objective. I don't want them to win. Please let everybody know I want the Niners to win. I just don't think. I think Philly's just gonna have a little bit more firepower.
Okay. All right.
I love this matchup. Oh, sorry. I love the matchup of the running backs. You brought up a good point. I ain't gonna stay long, but I love the fact because it's like that old school, like you're watching
it's like a prize fight, man.
Ricky Waters type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I miss those days of Terrell Davis and all those guys of the backs running the game. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like a heavyweight fight with those two guys.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll be the cool thing to watch. Now, do you guys think there's a rumor that if they lose, Nick Sirianni's out? What do you guys think?
That's not a bad rumor.
It's not a bad rumor because the Eagles fans want everybody fired if they don't win.
Oh, they want it. So, they want everybody gone.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if that name is floated around or if there could be a change at head coach.
Okay.
They won a Super Bowl a couple of years ago. I
mean that's kind of my point. It was like they won last year. So it's would you really fire Nick Sirianni but I'm learning the more I do sports reporting, you guys know from covering teams, some stuff's bullshit. But when you start hearing things from certain people, you're like, all right, there might be a little where there's smoke, there's fire. So it's kind of catching a little fire. But I don't know that he would deserve to be fired if you just won the Super Bowl last season.
I don't think he deserved to be fired, but I know Eagles fans would just want his head.
Oh, they want Jalen Hurts. They hate him. They hate, they hate Saquon now. They are truly. just never. You guys think we're miserable here in New York and New Jersey? Like they are just never happy.
They're on a whole nother level over there.
Sure.
They really are.
All right, Chargers, Pats.
Great game.
Great matchup.
Great game, man. I'm going Patriots. I'm going Patriots. I know only because I just like Vrabel. I like May. I like, first of all, it's my division. When I don't have a Dolphin to cheer for, I've been cheering for Tom Brady for 20 years. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just love watching dynasties. You know what I'm saying? So seeing this team competitive again in a short amount of time, that Vrabel even been there to turn that around, I just love it. I'm gonna go with Pats. That's a heart pick. You know what I mean?
Nikki?
Yeah.
You do love those dynasties. You love the Chiefs.
I do.
Evan and I are like, yes, down with the dynasties.
Let's get some new blood in here. I just think it's so hard to, like, everything that goes into it. Like, it's so hard to establish something for a long period of time. I mean, I even give kudos. I think MJ is the best basketball player. I like how LeBron has lasted for 20 years with his body. Like, that's something hard to do when you can maintain that long,
He's a vampire. So
okay, yeah. There you go.
He's definitely not on the Phillip Rivers diet, whatever that
sure.
deal was.
He's for sure not.
That's hanging out. That's Phillip Rivers has grandpa body. He's hanging out with grandkids, eating dino nuggets and mac and cheese. Man.
Down in Florida, they call it 37U, which means like you're too old to be playing football. So
it's like, all right, we gotta hang it up. Yeah, I'm gonna, I predicted New England, and like you guys are riding with Chicago. I'm gonna ride with New England, but I will say if they do not pressure Justin Herbert, he's gonna carve them up. So that's my concern in this game.
Sure. It's a good call.
Even though I think I'm going to go Chargers upset. I'm going Chargers upset.
Okay, so
that's not a bad pick either. I mean, Chargers are a great team too.
Yeah, and I'm on the fence for this too because there's two like sides of the coin I could go for either team. Like looking at the Patriots' schedule this past year has been nothing but a cupcake. It's been a cupcake.
Yeah,
and their losses were against the Bills. And let's
the first Raiders, 8 games though. I can't say cupcake only because I didn't know these teams were going to be cupcakes. Now for the rest of the year, then you're right. From week 9 on, it's like they've been cupcakes.
I would say cupcake schedule for them, but for the Chargers too, they just lost 2 weeks in a row to 2 playoff teams, which would be the Broncos and the Texans.
Yeah.
But this isn't like the Patriots with Tom Brady Patriots. Like this isn't that team. This is something else. This is a different Pats team. But I think there could be a good chance of the Chargers like upsetting them with like a last second field goal.
Yeah.
So I hate the strength of schedule argument because you have to play who's on your schedule.
I know. That's true.
I agree with that. And Drake May is in the MVP conversation.
I say these two kind of mirror each other too well, just because of.
That's fair.
Their defenses are kind of matching up pretty well. Yeah. Like wide receivers too. New England and the Chargers don't really have anybody flashy at all. Their wide receiving core and their 2 running backs are kind of the same thing. They got Ramondre Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson, and then also the Chargers have Omarion Hampton and then like 2 other guys too that were filling in for a while. So they kind of mirror each other too as well. The matchup is great. I think this one is going to surprise a lot of people this weekend. But I'm going to go with the upset pick. I'm going to go Chargers.
Do you think this is a high-scoring game? I don't think it is. I kind of have a gross – well, I had to do, obviously, score prediction. I think it's something like 17-10. I don't think it's going to be a –
Yeah.
Total is it's 46.5. I think you can go below that.
Yeah. Oh, I take the under.
Yeah. All right. And our last game would be the Monday night game, the Texans and the Steelers.
God, I can't wait to see Aaron Rodgers walk off as a loss. I hate that guy.
With a passion, it seems like.
Well, I just, the fucking crybaby he is. I'm going Texans. I'm not saying it because of some genius move or whatever the case is. It's just I think the defense is tough. I think they're set to come after Rodgers. I'm sure he wants to get the ball out of his hand very quickly.
Yep.
But it's the Texans, man, and they've proven time after time again. And I know everything gets reset 0-0 as far as the playoffs, but they ain't shown me nothing different yet. Until Rodgers carves them up, I don't know what else he can do. I will say the Steelers number 14, I can't remember his name, the running back. He has been a very huge impact.
Jaylen Warren.
That's it. A huge impact for the Steelers catching, receiving and rushing. He looks.
Doesn't DK come back for this game? He comes back for this too, right? I
Yes.
think so.
Yeah, he does.
Back.
Yeah,
his
should,
2 games is up. Yeah, so he
So
comes back for this.
He comes back for this. So we're gonna, and I don't know. We'll see. I like Texans. I like Texans.
Nikki?
Yeah, I have the Texans. I think that defense is going to give Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to feel every bit of his age. Like, I know he just recently had a birthday. Like, I think they're going to give him a hard time. Here's the thing. I feel like I could see where someone could get torn on this. I just don't love the Steelers offense. But like Mike Tomlin said, this is why you go get an Aaron Rodgers. You can't count him out. But I think the Texans defense is going to be, the difference here. It's not like they have this amazing win against the Ravens. It was a missed field goal.
Right.
So let's relax, Steelers Nation. They're obnoxious too.
Yeah.
Calm down. We didn't do calm down. Well, there you go.
I am going to go with the Texans as well. I think they're just going to be all over Aaron Rodgers, and we all know how he likes to do a quick release, and it's not going to happen with the Texans coming at him all the time. And Steelers lose, Mike Tomlin's fired. Boom.
Oh, you think they're going to fire him?
What a wild 2026 that would be. Man.
I think that's going to happen. I think
where we're talking about Tomlin and freaking Harbaugh looking for jobs.
I think they're going to be, since it's been how many years since they've won a Super Bowl or gone deep into the playoffs? It's been a while.
Sure.
I think it's been since the Ben Roethlisberger days. They haven't done anything. So I think they lose this one. He's done.
Damn.
He's done. They go another way. Yeah. I think he's done.
So that would throw a whole which I love the chaos. Go ahead, let that happen. But
because we said it earlier, if the Ravens would have won that game this past weekend, would Mike Tomlin still have a job?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm saying if he loses, Tomlin's out.
And then what? Does he go to the top of everybody's list?
Probably.
So he edges out.
What would be the biggest FU move for John Harbaugh if that happens? John Harbaugh takes the job over the Steelers.
Oh my God! And then Tomlin goes to Ravens.
Flip flop.
Fucking hilarious. hey, Tomlin, listen, I left my candy in that right drawer of yours.
Yeah. I think that's what happens. I think because Tomlin's been there for so long, and the fans are kind of sick of him. They've been wanting his head all season 2 as well. So I think if he loses, he's done.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Wow. And then more chaos will ensue. And Harbaugh's not taking job interviews until next week anyway. So yeah.
Maybe you're onto something. Maybe he's waiting to see what happens this weekend.
See, Tampa Bay, you should have waited after wild card weekend to say Bowles was your head coach going into 2026.
Yeah, but they can redact that if Tomlin's on the menu. You know what I mean? Like, well, we'll leave Todd Bowles.
I'm telling you, if Harbaugh was like, "I want to come to Tampa Bay,"
oh yeah, they'd be like, "You're out of here. We'll pay you. We'll do it. We'll buy you out. He's coming."
Yeah,
you guys are talking about moving coaches. I still got old Mikey down here.
Hey man, he could be out of the job too.
That dude's vaping somewhere right now.
They're not going to fire him.
Right? Hell no. We got no way. We still don't know how to unload $92 million unless it's in cocaine value.
Right. You're stuck in that. Yeah.
Didn't you guys hire Troy Aikman as like a special advisor to come in and like, hey, I'm taking over the show?
Okay. I know we don't have time, but let's real quick. Is this not fucking asinine?
No, I think it's great.
You think it's great?
I think for him to come in and like help out your front office.
You think it's great?
I think it's great.
I think it's fucked up. Where were you for the Dallas Cowboys? You didn't help them do any GM moves.
You know Jerry's not going to let that happen.
So we reach out to Troy Aikman. He's like, I'll help Miami.
You know what? I know we're getting off topic here. Did you see Jerry Jones's press conference today?
No,
I didn't see it yet.
Okay, I wish I had the clip ready to go. He says, he's like, I don't need any help. I don't need to bring in a GM. I want to be the winningest GM in NFL history. Who's got the most? What? Robert's got how many? 6? Well, I want to be the winningest GM in all of NFL history. I've got work. His son who's sitting next to him goes, "You got work. We got work to do." Yeah, I got work to do. You are 80-something years old. You think you're gonna win? You think you're gonna win 4 Super Bowls in the next 5 years?
He's so delusional. Yeah, he does, and he even says he's like, I like to just stir it up and say stuff.
Sure.
Well, look at the Titans. They want to interview Jason Garrett. Like, well, I can tell you from experience, that's probably not what you want to do.
What is true? We have Dan Marino over here. We got, we have all the Hall of Fame quarterbacks helping out in football operations, and we still drafted Tua and we decided that Mike McDaniel was the guy that's going to drive the Ferrari. Nah, this is, I don't know, whatever.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, we didn't talk about that. We could save that.
We'll save that for the next show.
Yeah. They give me a basket of chicken wings and French fries every day for a month. I'll turn that organization on. You ain't got to pay me.
And corn dog nuggets. Don't forget those.
Fuck yeah, corn dog nuggets and chicken. Yeah, grilled chicken from freaking Chick-fil-A. Yeah, you can pay me in that, and I'll turn the organization around within a freaking 3 months.
Oh, well, you would love Seton Hall's media dinner. Pretty sure that's what it was last week. Chicken nuggets and French crinkle fries and cookies. I was like, why?
It's the best. It's the best.
Chocolate chip cookies.
And then you put like you put the law salt on it, the tea seasoning to sprinkle around. Oh my god!
I didn't touch any of that because I'm just like, this is like kindergarten cafeteria food. Like we are professionals.
You got to live a little. Come on.
Do you mix the ketchup and mayonnaise?
Fun. I don't like fun, so.
Do you mix ketchup and mayonnaise?
Make hood sauce. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What is it called? Hood sauce?
Yeah, ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yeah. And you mix it in there.
I hate ketchup and I hate mayo.
Oh, well, and then that's there it is.
There it is. There it is, everybody. Oh, thanks for tuning in.
And on that note, we'll end the show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's Behind the Uprights podcast. We'll be back 8:30 next week on Wednesday to follow through with all the wildness to happen for Wildcard Weekend. Make sure to go to the YouTube page at Between the Uprights podcast and our X and IG accounts. Make sure to subscribe and follow us as well. We will see you guys next week. Make sure to bet responsibly. I'll put up some parlays for this weekend as well. Yeah, Miami's look.
We're doing it, baby.
We're gonna end doing it. Tell Michael Irvin to be off the sidelines and stop.
I agree
cocaine.
with that. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I hate that
belt. The belt taking off, and come on, it's got to go.
God bless him though with the abs. God bless that guy.
It's all the cocaine. It's all the cocaine.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, you're right, but it's a bit much. I agree. I'm sorry.
All right,
we'll chicken nuggets and fries there. Abs are made in the kitchen. Everybody, summer's coming.
All right, bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.